Hey everyone, this is Peter 24/7 from Project Ghost with another WarDragons diary. So the PvP battle phase has started. We're just getting ready for the PvP island to come up. We've had a good start. A lot of people showed up. We pushed through the chain islands 2.5 times. We are in Diamond 1, so I don't expect us to win, win against some teams that we're going to be going up against. But I think that, we could get top 10 if we tried really hard. So I think we are going to continue to push through this event. We are starting to check in. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Not enough megas yet, but we'll see how it goes. This is the first PvP, and right now, I'll show you our ranking. 4 minutes left till PvP. We are currently ranked second, so my guess is we're going to be against Dreadnought first. They'll probably cream us. No real surprise there, but we'll see how things go. It's a long event. We got 5 days, so we will try our best and see what happens. And no one can expect or ask any more of the team. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made a while back and be opening bronze chests when this event starts, when the PvP comes up. I know I did that a while back, but I am going to start to open a few things. Got 1800 sigils, so we'll continue this a little further. Boing, 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 boing. So I'll probably finish this event, and then I'll start saving. To get this, all of these, I'll need 75,000 sigils. I am going to push hard and try my best to get it. All 150, so all 600 chests, and we'll see how it goes. So there were a couple questions / comments in the forum. So one of the comments was regarding the sigils needed for the festive line. Yes, it's only 18,000 sigils that are needed, but for the chests, the only part of that line that I actually want, I do need 75,000. So it's 500 times 150. So just clarification on that. Another question was regarding the base. So if you're starting off and you're level 45, this is where you want to work, these first 3 islands. The first 2, you want to keep making sure you have your builder's hut here, and you want to make sure this is upgraded and it says you need to be level whatever before you can upgrade it again, before you ever expand. Focus on leveling up your towers and boosting up your level as quickly as possible. So max all of the towers on this back island. Then when you don't... Oh, there we go. It started. Oh, my dear. And yeah, we're toast. They're gonna wave us. Wow, it looks like their entire team's online. Okay. Well, hopefully I won't get defended, and I'll get this mega in. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably die. Please don't be defended. Okay. I can see he changed his base. Yeah, I don't expect us to actually win this PvP. Not against this team. But it was funny to see all the massive wave of stuff hitting us. Okay. So yes, so when you're doing that, when you're starting off an account, I would recommend that you focus on leveling up as quickly as possible. Now with the dragon discounts and everything that you can have, that you have access to, it does take we did well. We did okay. It does take, you do get through it a lot faster than we used to. Dragons, getting through the discounting tiers takes a lot less time. Please note that the discounts don't start until later on in the higher tiers. I think it's around Garnet or Emerald that the discounts start. So unfortunately, it's still going to take you some time, or quite a bit of time, to get through the beginning tiers. So Sapphire always takes a while, but once you get past that, it is very quick. So you need to make sure that your level is there. And let's see, did it go through? I'm sorry, I sound spaced out. I'm trying to focus on PvP. Let's skip and try reloading it. Yay, it went through. Okay, so you want to focus on the front part of it. You'll have your 4 farms and your towers. Make sure you get them to the highest level that you can, and then you'll start on here. Now, no matter how big your account gets, if you're keeping up with your dragons, you shouldn't have to build past this point. So focus on your level first, maximize everything. You'll get the most XP from the larger towers, and you will eventually want to extend your base so it's very long like this. You have really small towers. Do not build up the towers that you put at the front to slow people down. All your biggest towers you want closer to the back. So as you saw, I was flying JL's base, and I didn't get to 70% until I was at the very back of it. So a lot of people do that in PvP to slow people down because speed is everything. But just focus on building. With regards to the special towers, like the howitzer or the pylon or the flax. The flax are very powerful, so is the howitzer and so is the pylon, but they do cost extra resources and can become very costly, especially if you are a free-to-play player. So make sure you are balancing it. I would suggest maybe starting off with 1 flak. Once you get it, build it up as high as you can and stay with that, and don't add more until later, or you have excessive resources to do so. Going into fortification event, as you can see here, I have 6 flax, and this costs me over 100,000. I'll easily use 100,000 per fortification or each level that comes out. So it does get costly. If you are doing well in the events and you are claiming embers, elemental embers and things like that, and you can keep up with it, yes, go ahead, but it does cost a lot to level those. So that's one of the reasons why I did suggest going for the howitzer line, if that's what you want to build. And I also do suggest switching between elemental embers and those. So make sure that you are not building up too much. So maybe 1 flak, maybe 2, depending on how well you progress. But activity and your main focus until you're about level 200 or something. Don't really worry I wouldn't worry too much about which towers you use. Just get your level up. So level up, get a basic setup. So you have your mage towers, you have your lightning towers, you have your flak if you want it, you have your Howie if you want it. Build those towers up. Once your towers get high enough that they can start shooting down dragons, or you're at a level where you're more competitive and more active in Atlas, that is when you want to make sure you're rearranging your base, trial and error, and making sure everything's okay. So focus on leveling up. You get the flaks, level them up as well. But you can always transform things later. It's not like it used to be where you can't merge towers. You couldn't merge towers, you couldn't transform towers. If you wanted to get rid of a tower, you would have to put it into your storage. So that's basically that. Just see people in league chat. Yeah, we got dominated. So basically today we talked a little bit about starting off playing the game. Once again, make sure don't build past this point here. Build up your towers as high as you can. Do your best there, and maybe you can put some small towers flooding the front all up here. Level 1 towers, that will just slow people down, so it takes longer to kill you. If your base is going to be small, I would say no more than 2 to 3 flaks on it should be enough. Once you get to a maxed level, to the point where, you know, everything's at level 120, and you have these 3 islands all at 120, and you have an excess amount of timers and everything, then you can worry about expanding. And if you do it like that, you'll find that your dragons are relatively keeping up with your base. If you don't have the eggs to get your builder hut to increase the level of your towers, and you need to build during fortification, I would suggest against building up over here and focus on building up this area. So there's always ways to get points, and there will always be times that you can use timers later. So make sure that your dragon's den is keeping up with your base building. And that's the main advice that I would give regarding that. I just noticed that I have 8,000 rubies, so I am going to use those right now on my draconic chests. I got 1,000 sigils! Yay! And I got this, which gives me 300 sigils. And now I'll go in here. Azrael. Sure. Receive. And these, I believe, are free. Yay! And now I'm just going to save up until I have 75,000 sigils. I hope so. It'll take a while to do. I'll open up these. This is actually a really good pull. I'm very happy with this pull. Don't get a lot of those. Lastly, there was a question about my Atlas benefits have expired. You no longer receive. Oh my. Okay, I am actually going to buy that right after this video. But bubbles, what are bubbles? So I did have a question about what bubbles are. I do say that a lot. Bubble this, bubble that. A bubble is when your castle is protected. When there is a bubble over your castle, so this little glowy purple circly thing, nobody can attack on that castle. They can't attack your castle or any Primarch that is around it. Now, there are 3 times that the bubble may be there. One is when you take on a lot of damage and the bubble will just appear for a certain amount of time. Depending on the level of the castle, it'll be either 24 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, or 6 hours. Maintenance or during PvP, during major events. So I like to avoid bubbles where I can, because cooldowns are when people come in and try to take your castle. Yes, they can take it without bubbling it, but you can manipulate the shield and do everything like that. I do have a video that I made a couple years ago that I will actually put in the description of this video, so you can click on that link and learn a bit about bubbles and castles and their cooldowns, and hopefully that'll explain a bit more. And if you have any further questions about bubbles after watching that video, please let me know and I'll further talk about it in more detail when I'm not distracted after getting my butt handed to me in PvP. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great Thursday. If you have any further questions or comments, please post them in the comments and I'll be sure to touch on them in a future vlog. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.